Hello, welcome, and thanks for joining us on this edition of News2. I'm Sandra Singh. Topping on Newscast tonight, the election system of the Virgin Islands is no less busy even after the primary elections. The absentee vote count still continues on both districts, and many are holding their breath on the outcome. Could the ballots yet be counted produce different results by the August 12th deadline? News2's April Knight has more.
5 days after the primary, some candidates are still holding out on conceding defeat, and possibly for good reason, with more than 1,400 votes still left uncounted that could upset Saturday's victories. Mail-in ballots are still coming in on both districts, and the absentee ballot count continues. On St. Thomas, up to 971 votes can still be counted, with 794 walk-ins and 174 ballots mailed out. Of the 174, they've gotten 50 returned so far. On St. Croix, there were 389 walk-ins. Of the 129 ballots mailed out, they've gotten 90 returned. That's a total of 518. The potentially large number of absentee votes left uncounted poses a threat to winners of even the bigger races. There are only 737 votes separating congressional delegate winner Stacey Plaskett from Sean Michael Malone, 933 between gubernatorial winner Donna Christensen and Fonzie Donistorg. In the senatorial races, 1,400 votes could shuffle the order of candidates on both districts altogether. There's a lot that these uncounted votes can do. So until August 12th, candidates are keeping their fingers crossed. Reporting for News 2, I'm April Knight.
For more information on the status of the count, you can always call your district election offices or visit the election system website at www.vivote.gov. Governor John P. Young Jr. has executed an agreement with a company to develop a 2014 Comprehensive Economic Development Strategy Plan for the territory, complying with requirements from the U.S. Department of Commerce. The plan must contain goals and objectives needed to solve the economic problems or capitalize on both local resources of the region along with national interests. The governor is hoping that the outcome will be an economic platform that everyone can understand when it is implemented. The document has to be completed by September 30th, 2015. The Committee on Rules and Judiciary, chaired by Senator Samuel Sanis, met Thursday in the Fritz Loett's conference room on St. Croix to consider the nominations of Dr. Mavis Matthew, Kimberly Jones, and Troy D. Schuster. In his opening statement, Senator Sanis said due to the fact that there was no quorum, no vote will be taken on the nominees. Kimberly Jones is nominated to serve on the Virgin Islands Government Hospitals and Health Facilities Corporation District Governing Board from the District of St. Croix. Dr. Mavis Matthew nominated to the Board of Medical Examiners, and Troy D. Schuster nominated to serve on the Virgin Islands Government Hospitals and Health Facilities Corporation District Governing Board. The VI Developmental Disabilities Council, VI CCC, Head Start, and other groups banded together this week in holding a parent advocacy and training conference with the theme Empowered Parents Equal Successful Children. On St. Thomas, the workshop happened Thursday. On St. Croix, it's planned for Friday at the UVI Great Hall starting at 8:30 a.m. Now, their focus is on children with disabilities and the many factors that help them succeed, including what they eat.
You didn't bring up a need of something that had to be changed because of a disability, but I will say if parents, particularly through your PTA organization, if you can work with your schools on how you can help them find better sources of food. For example, the bread, you want whole grain bread, you want healthier food served during the summer program. And the PTA might be a good group to look at the summer program and see what you can do to make those foods as nutritious as possible.
In other news, here's an update. The police department on St. Croix have formally arrested Edilberto Diaz and charged him with his participation of the armed robbery of Quality Foods and Estate Castle Coakley on June 21st. As we reported, Diaz was injured by gunshots fired when he and a second suspect exited the business and found themselves face to face with police officers. Diaz had been undergoing medical treatment since the robbery. Police completed the arrest process on August 5th. Diaz was charged with first-degree robbery, first-degree assault, unauthorized possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime of violence, and possession of ammunition. Bail was set at $250,000. Meanwhile, police have arrested Richard Durham on St. Croix and charged him with assault second-degree domestic violence after they say he choked his girlfriend during a dispute on August 5th at their Christiansted residence. According to the report, on August 5th, early morning, they were both involved in an argument. Police say Durham put his hands around the neck of his girlfriend and squeezed forcibly. The victim went to the Wallaby Hospital around 11 a.m., where she was interviewed by police. Hospital officials said vessels in the victim's eyes were ruptured and there was possible damage to her trachea. Police arrested Durham several hours later. He was held without bail. The Virgin Islands Department of Public Works has received a $1 million U.S. Department of Transportation grant, which will fund upgrades to Vitran facilities. According to DOT grant notice, this grant award is part of the fiscal year State of Good Repair Project grant through the agency's Federal Transit Administration. The funds will be used on Phase 3 of the St. Thomas Operations and Maintenance Facility project. Turning our attention overseas, the body of the highest-ranking officer killed in combat in the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq was flown back to the United States today. An Army Honor Guard carried the body of Major General Harold Green after he arrived at Dover Air Force Base in Delaware Thursday morning. Also, the Centers for Disease Control in Atlanta ramped up its response to the expanding Ebola outbreak on Wednesday. The Level 1 activation allows the agency to deploy additional staff to the affected countries of Liberia, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, and Guinea. The CDC said 50 more experts should arrive within the month. A Nigerian nurse has died, bringing the total fatalities to 932. Be sure to tune in to CBS Evening News at 7:30 for an update on these stories. Keeping our eye on the economy, the labor market is showing signs of strength. Weekly applications for unemployment benefits fell 14,000 to a seasonally adjusted 289,000. United Airlines customers checking in for international flights now can scan their passports with their mobile devices. According to the Wall Street Journal, United is the first U.S. airline to add that option. Once the passport scan is verified using the airline's mobile app, customers can retrieve their boarding passes, but people traveling with visas must check in the old-fashioned way at the airport. Here's a look at the New York Stock Exchange with our stock market watch. The Dow, Nasdaq, S&P all down. The Dow 75, Nasdaq 20, S&P 10. Coming up on News 2, our summer fun segment. Can't get away but would like a laid-back spot to hang out? This island does not have taxis, public transportation, or a main town, and it's a quick ferry ride away. Plus, some students are making a difference as they put in the work involved to give a boost to a historic landmark. That's coming up. Time for our summer fun segment. Can't get away this summer but want to experience the seclusion of an island getaway? How about Water Island? Water Island does not have taxis, public transportation, gas stations, hotels, shops, or a main town. The Water Island Ferry operates between the two islands docked in Crown Bay. Visitors on St. Thomas can easily day trip on Water Island. A laid-back vacation is what it will feel like. The small residential island is the smallest of the 4 U.S. Virgin Islands at just 491.5 acres. It's also the youngest, having been transferred to the government in December 1996. It has a population of less than 200 people. There's a campground with eco cabins if you're interested in staying overnight, or you can just relax and have lunch on Honeymoon Beach, hike, take a bike tour, drive around in a golf cart, exploring the remains of military fortifications. Lots to do. The summer is rapidly coming to a close, and with it, the end of summer fun and summer jobs. This month, as we look at those in the community making a difference, we shine the light on the Department of Labor and one summer initiative that's engaging the territory's youth. News 2's Erica Parsons has a story.
The last thing anyone would ever call the 4 young men working at the Bethlehem Sugar Factory is lazy.
What they're working on is a monumental task of cleaning up a system that have never been cleaned for the past 50 years.
The students are part of the Department of Labor's Summer Employment Program.
It's designed to afford paid work experiences for high school and college students, and also students who are considered out-of-school youth during the summer months between May to August or early September.
In just 4 weeks, these young men working under local farmer Percival Edwards cleaned the grounds of the former Bethlehem Sugar Factory, now mostly ruins.
We have cleaned historical building. We have been cleaning all the bananas and planting and coconut trees. So they have worked on different aspects of the 25 acres.
The 6-week program provides more than a paycheck. The students are learning work skills and building bonds, all while being mentored to.
It was a good experience because a lot of kids to come out and work like this.
Mr. Edwards is a very inspirational man. He gives a lot of motivation to us to help us out and encourage us to do better and tell us about school, to go to college.
Working hands-on and gaining experience in the workforce is very, very important, and it also helps the students decide on what particular track they would like to do.
The Department of Labor provided jobs for 600 students this summer. The Bethlehem Group appreciated the opportunity to work on a project that will benefit the community for years to come.
Our focus really is to utilize our new building that we have, that we can battle our Bethlehem virgin water and our chlorophyll.
It's an honor to be part of this summer program and helping them out. And now people could probably look back at this tape and it'll probably inspire the younger ones that's coming up.
Feel good because, you could get credit and you know that you help.
I need to come out and try the kind of trees and stuff like that. Sweet, yeah.
Erica Parsons, News 2.
In addition to the summer employment program, the Department of Labor also has their Labor Investing for Tomorrow, or LIFT program, for college students and career exploration programs for 14 to 15-year-olds. Innovative announced Wednesday that 2 students were selected as recipients for its Albert A. Sheen scholarships. Arthur Williams Jr. of St. Thomas and Denzel Clifton of St. Croix received awards of $10,000 in tuition-only scholarships for the 2014-15 school year. Williams is a 17-year-old honor student, the salutatorian of the 2014 graduating class at Antilles School. Clifton is an 18-year-old honors graduate from the St. Croix Educational Complex. Innovative also awarded 4 one-time scholarships of $5,000 to accomplished recently graduated high school students who will attend the University of the Virgin Islands in the fall. Congratulations to Debbie Bermudez and Christina Diaz, both from St. Croix, and to Brianna Glassford and Kunda Williams from St. Thomas. Virgin Islands author Tiffany Unique is back at home, as we reported, and Unique is the author of short story collections and a brand new novel. The graduate of the All Saints Cathedral School has been featured in Oprah magazine, has written for the Wall Street Journal, and that's just to name a few. On Wednesday, she met with fans at the Monsanto Marine Terminal in Crown Bay. And on Saturday, from 1 p.m. to 4, there's a beach lime at Megan's Bay Beach, shed number 4. Unique shares with us why literature is so important.
I think we have this idea in every community, not just ours, that intellectual endeavors are passé and that nobody is reading, nobody cares about literature anymore. But actually, I think kids are interested in stories and in narratives. They're constantly telling narratives about themselves. That's what Twitter is. That's what Facebook is. That's what texting is creating stories about your own experiences. And I think it's just those of us who are educators and who are parents just finding ways to use that really completely natural and authentic desire for stories that all children have and just steering it in the right direction. So my first book is a collection of short stories. It's called How to Escape from a Leper Colony. And that book is set all over the Caribbean. So there are stories from Trinidad, there are stories set in Jamaica, and of course stories set here in the Virgin Islands. The novel, though, Land of Love and Drowning, is set in St. Thomas and set across the Virgin Islands, St. Croix, St. John, even BVI. So this is really a Virgin Islands project for me, and it's really about coming home.
Chicago native Michael Collier made his mark as the King of Venice Beach. He was honored by the city of Venice by placing his shoe and handprints as well as his money grabber in cement of the new Venice boardwalk. Collier gained national attention after capturing the grand prize comedy championship and $100,000 on the popular television show Star Search. He donated half of his winnings to homeless charities in the Los Angeles area. The original host of BET Live from LA is here in the territory for an event this weekend, and he will tell you all about it.
4 days of madness, y'all. Starting today, we got a little kickoff. We got a little meet and greet way up the top of something. Where's the top of what? Okay, top of Paradise Point. Paradise Point, y'all know what that is. Y'all been up there a couple of times, you know, with your girl late at night trying to do a little something. Anyway, we're going to do Paradise Point, and then tomorrow I'll do the comedy show. That's August 8th, y'all. Put that on your social calendar. You want to bring your mama and Pookie and a little run. Get them off the couch. Bring them on down there. I'm doing an hour of me. Insane. I'm going to be so funny. I wish I was in the audience watching me. Okay, and then the cut party is on 9th. I was worried about that at first because I come from the projects in Chicago. Robert Teller Home, 4352 South State, apartment 909. And when somebody talk about cutting somebody, oh, somebody going to the hospital. But this is the cut party where they're going to be doing hair things.
And we'll hear more about all the events leading up to Fashionista. Now, there will be shuttles from the Marriott to Havenside Mall for tonight's event at the Paradise Point, which goes on until 11. And be sure to stick around. Your News2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.